net fuel.
If I could talk to money, how great my life would be. We'd tell each other secrets, all their friends would visit me. If I could talk to money, and it could talk to me, we'd always be the best of friends for all eternity. Ooh, that reminds me. It's almost time to go check the profits.
How was it, man?
And the next thing I know, like, here comes this.
Residential use, everything from workforce housing to vacation homes to primary homes to 55 plus active adults homes. So we're big believers in being inclusive, having something for the full life cycle where you can put down roots, aim for that American brain, like having a piece of property that you actually steward and own. So whether you're just at school working part over a seasonal situation, or whether you actually have the opportunity to have multi-generational use, we want to create that opportunity for families. The Black Hills Lodge in phase one will be a water park, hotel, conference center. Again, fully function year-round destination. And then, of course, the Libertyland RV Resort. That opportunity that Walt promised here in Florida, that you could have something for families from a sleeping bag to a suite, we want to also offer in the destination. So this is actually the early draft of the illustrative master plan. The top northwest corner of the site, you have the Liberty Village, that residential-oriented village. The hinge between the two would be that retail, dining, entertainment, Liberty Village Center. The park is to the west, and then again, Libertyland Resort is to the east. And again, we have a critical mass of parking that would offer a shared shuttle facility. It'd be really the hub, so that families really could then base their vacation here, whether it's for the day, just park the car, use the regional shuttle system, or base their from a lodging perspective. There's like an early branch at Smoky Mountains in terms of the string of existing attractions. I call it the Trail of Tourist Tears that lead to Mount Rushmore, but there are a number of multi-generational long-term family attractions that already exist within the site. So we're just adding a kind of a critical mass destination point, but this is, to be clear, this is already an existing established tourism market, again, with the 4 million tourists a year. I was there for Sturgis this year. Were any of you guys there on your Harleys? I didn't see you there, but it was fun. There was plenty of people there. All right, this is a quick overview shot of Liberty Village. Again, this is based on a human scale pattern of a 5-minute walk radius. I grew up in Europe and Germany, and you know, this is really to have the full spectrum of lifestyle residential options, including the ability to have a town green. My wife would love it to look like the Gilmore Girls set. We can make that happen. I'll do what I can, but I think we're going for a little bit more mid-century mountain modern would be the approach here. Next shot's an overview of the core park, and again, this is looking at the big idea of America really through the lens of the Black Hills. This isn't trying to recreate every setting within the country, but as a counterpoint to Mount Rushmore, it makes sense to look at kind of the presidents, the founding of this one nation under God. It also makes sense, though, to look at 1776, the perspective of some of the First Nations that were there, the Cherokee and the Lakota Sioux, in the natural context, the natural setting. And then as we go through from World War II with Victory Field, as we go through with Freedom Fair, looking at the country coming out of depression, families coming together, celebrating the harvest, looking at Deadwood and Dakota Territory and the first beginnings of organized government, and Deadwood and the mining heritage history. It's really telling the unique story of America from that lens of the Black Hills and the place that it's shaped by. We just think it's one of the few places in the country that you can tell this particular take on that story that really could be a pretty compelling counterpoint to Mount Rushmore for the world. Next slide. We're going to go through, again, the retail dining Liberty Village. And I should say one of the key anchor attractions here would be a year-round amphitheater. Think of it as an indoor dinner theater opportunity during the lower season, but then in the peak summer season, you have the opportunity to have large-scale concerts, kind of chuck wagon, kind of dinner theaters, live buffalo. Have a really kind of unique type of anchor. In addition to that, we're really trying to highlight made in America kind of businesses, things like National Woolen Mills. There's Granville Jinu, kind of a Native American denim company. We really want to celebrate things that can and still are made in America. And then finally, as we move through the RV resort, Liberty Land RV Resort, again, it's offering something in terms of glamping, RV resorts, lodges for the entire family. The center of that would be, of course, a Western, style settlement village that really brings people together. You've got opportunities to not have to deal with the bear box, all the mosquito spray, to really have a resort core that feels like a frontier village. And then finally, I wanted to end with the night shot here. Again, Kiss Goodnight. Of course, fireworks every night, right? That's not a budgetary problem, is it? Anyways, but yeah, thanks, welcome, and come on back in 2026, Liberty Land USA. Thanks, man.
So aren't Bill McGowan and the Storyland Studios team amazing?
Yeah.
I'm not part of it, so you gotta cheer them on. I flew to California to see Mel, I want to say almost 5 years ago when my father died. And I was offering these two rare pieces of property. One is the closest frontal-facing land to Mount Rushmore that's privately owned. That was a site for the United Nations before the Rockefellers donated their site. And the second site was what he mentioned in Rapid City. All I asked him was, could you figure out something that would transform Western South Dakota? And look what he accomplished. Look what he accomplished for my ancestors, my dad, the people that acquired and stewarded this property for the last 80 years. It's amazing to me. So I have 8 brothers and sisters. 100% of them are supportive of what Mel has accomplished to create this beautiful American patriotism, the hardworking people, the work ethic of the heartland, the great American road trip. For me, it's just the beauty of who we are in mid-America, what a lot of people call flyover country. This is who we are. We're miners by day, but this is what we've done for the last 80 years, is acquired beautiful properties in the Black Hills of South Dakota that are ready to be shared with everyone else. So the exciting news is what Mel said, is we have probably the most popular governor in the United States, or maybe most famous is a better word for her, where she's still rounding up buffalo every year on horseback, where she still believes that freedom works here, where she's still kicking the roadblocks out for businesses to come to South Dakota. That's unusual. Forbes marked us as the top 5 places to come to work in the country in 2023. So we do want you to join us in South Dakota. The mayor, as Mel said, the mayor, the city council, and city staff have already put their money where their mouth is. They approved unanimously and enthusiastically a plan that's never been done in Rapid City, a destination district, so that you don't have to be bothered. It's ready to live there. So I have to thank Mel from the bottom that you made our dream come true, and we really wanted to tell Mel thank you, because we wanted to do this as a legacy to our dad, who influenced all of us to think bigger, to do better, to be better people, and I know you all have that influence too. Whether it's that teacher, that family member, that relative of yours that made you to be inspired to be something bigger, that's Liberty Land USA. That's Liberty Village. So thank you, Mel. I appreciate it.
This is a lady, everybody, that when we were preparing for this event, Sam said to me, I'm no good on my feet. I'm no good at doing public speaking. I think we can all agree that she was completely wrong. Thank you, Sam. I wanted to ask Sam a couple of questions. Maybe you could just stay and join me. As Sam mentioned, there's over a 300-acre new development zone which has been unanimously approved by the Rapid City. I wondered if I could ask you, Sam, why do you think this project has such strong support from Rapid City?
Well, I have to say that not everything goes through Rapid City this smoothly. One of the things that they saw was Mel's authenticity. They knew my father, Chuck Lean, and they knew he wouldn't put his name behind anything that wasn't wonderful. So they believe in him, and he's been dead and gone for 5 years, so we still believe in him. But he really helped shape Western South Dakota. His dying days, and I have to just divert for just a minute, Ben. His dying days, he was given 6 weeks to live at age 93. He was working every day up until the end. 3 days before he died, checked into hospice, he was at work. And he was working on this project, one project for the United States from World War III, I'm not kidding, and in protection of that, and something that would help all of Western South Dakota and Eastern Wyoming on another project. So he was amazing, knowing he was dying, he was still trying to help everybody at the end. And this was his third project that he was working on. He said, do something big. So that was exciting for us, man.
Thank you, Sam. The Brannan family have invested behind this project for several years. We're in year 4 or 5. So they're putting their land, they're putting their investment. More than that, they're putting their reputation on the line here to make this passionate about making this happen.
Because we want it to be, and I didn't know the questions he'd asked me. I'm telling you, we wanted it to be inclusive. Being one of 9 children in a mixed home, and a mixed home in our generation was, I had a Lutheran father and a Catholic mother. Okay, fast forward 90 years, it's different today. But the South Dakota gets often forgotten, and it still has that old West feel where it's the safety net for everybody who's hungry, who wants to be helped. It is the single greatest state to get help from each other, is South Dakota, which is why we get scammed sometimes. But we won't turn anyone down. We will help anyone who's on the street. We will do whatever it takes. And so this is so important because this is a fun thing that they deserve, to have a good place to go, that they can feel like they were celebrated, and they were noticed, and they were included in this project. And that's what we're excited about.
That's incredible, Sam. Thank you very much. You're wonderful. So we'll just talk briefly here about next steps. So the family are making clear in the announcement that comes out today that they're prepared to continue funding this project, and we're looking for partners. We're looking for people who will share our vision. We're looking for developers, investors. We're looking for brands, companies who want to come in and be part of a real live project, something that's going to happen, something that's going to be impactful in this country. So I just want to say once again a huge thank you to Sam, to Joel, to the rest of the Lean family for everything that you've done so far on this project. Thank you very much. We've got time. It's always dangerous to do this in this kind of setting, but we have got time for a little bit of Q&A. So I'm actually going to invite Mel to come up and join me here on the stage, Sam and Joel as well if you would like to, and we'll just have time for maybe 2 or 3 questions. And if you want to put your hand up with a question, we'll try and get a roving mic to you. Gentleman over here.
Hello? Hi, I'm Cameron. I'm a student. I just wanted to ask, I know you mentioned during your presentation about how this is on sacred land, and that's sort of a part of the thinking going into this. How did that sort of affect your decisions, and was there sort of a collaboration with the native people of this land to make sure that everything was being done respectfully?
Well, one of the beautiful things is the Black Hills are sacred, old Black Hills, and that's important to us. So when Mel came in, we asked as a family, could he please include, he wanted to talk to 40 key people in the area to scope this. And we had several of the Lakotas at that blue sky process so that they could say, here's what we want, here's what we don't want. We had young people, we had older people, we had every walk of life in that 40 represented, and we stayed quiet. So the nice part is Mel designed this based on what they wanted, and that was beautiful for us.
Good question. Any other questions? Well, that just shows that we did a fantastic job giving an extremely informative and inspiring presentation. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Please stay, hang around, enjoy time at Storyland Studios. Join us for the journey, have a drink with us. We'd love to get to know you if we don't know you already. Thanks very much.